Good morning, you badass motherfuckers. The fuck you doing today? Good morning. How's your life going? How's life treating you, man? You getting the day off? We doing self-care? What we do last night? What we do last night, motherfuckers? Saturday fucking night. What happens on Saturday night in your world? In your neck of the woods? What are you doing on Saturday night? That you wake up Sunday and you ready to pop, motherfucker. You ready to get shit done. I love being excited for every day because it's the all on me. The morning drinking show. I'm your host, Greg Scargo. Begin on here what? Every fucking day. Every day. Since the beginning of the year, man. No excuses. And every day, guess what? That little bitch voice creeps in my fucking head for a minute, for a second. It says, nah, man, you ain't got to get on there today. You ain't got to. What do you got to say? The fuck you got to say, man? You doing your life. Why does it matter so much for you to share what it is that works for you, motherfucker? Why do you want to share this with people? The message. It matters to me. It matters to me that life, success, right, transformation, right, is it's not just by myself. I know that success doesn't look like me being alone. Is your success all about you being alone? It's all about you, right? Walking across that graduation stage, getting on the podium, holding up your award, right? That's what success looks like. Or does success look like, a tribe of motherfuckers that come around you to help you along the way? Whether that's every day or every once in a while, or just when you need the extra support, when you put out that call for help, that's when shit gets real. That's when it's like, oh shit, who showed the fuck up and who did it? We start splitting hairs there when we start figuring out when shit's getting rough, right? And you going through some rough shit right now? Anybody going through some rough times, right? Could be psychological, it could be emotional, it could be a mental, spiritual, physical tough times. Maybe it's a health issue, maybe it's just heartbreak, right? Maybe it's just fucking being down on yourself, man, for everything that hasn't gone your way, for all the expectations that haven't come through yet. You have to tell yourself yet, right? If shit is not the way you want it to, you put yet, motherfuckers, yet. That little tiny 3-letter word. It was something I had to teach 10 and 11-year-olds while I was teaching 4th to 5th grade for 2 years. They could say, I'm not good at math yet. I don't know all my times tables yet. I can't read and write yet. I'm still brokenhearted. I'm never going to heal yet. You will heal. It does get better. Life gets better no matter where you're at. No matter where you're at. But you have to define what success looks like in your life, because it's not the same. Success is not a universal understanding. There's very few things that we have universal definitions of, right? If I was to mention love right now, what does love mean to you? I'd get fucking a gazillion different answers. Every single person in here, right? Every person that watches this would have a completely different answer to love, right? And it's something so simple like that, right? Love. What does success mean to you? Well, fuck, there's another one. You gotta have a lot of different answers, a lot of different thoughts, a lot of different points of view, right? A lot of different stories that come through in how we think and feel about things in life. Love, success. What does failure, right, look like to you? Right? When you imagine failure, right, what do you think about? Do you think about, giving something your all and coming up empty? Do you think about, divorce? Do you think about death? Do you think about losing? right? In terms of competition, or do you think about, hitting rock bottom like this motherfucker? That's a big old failure. Look at that. That's fucking definition of failure in my life, right? But what does failure mean to you, right? What is transformation look like, feel like, mean to you? What does that mean to you? Transformation, motherfuckers. We're trying to transform ourselves into something better than we are today. Even if we ain't doing nothing, that's still transforming, right? Even if you sit there and you're just resisting, you're like, I'm not going to change shit. I don't care what this guy says. I don't care what my higher self says inside of me, right? My intuition, I don't care about any of that. I'm just going to stay the way I am right now because I'm upset, I'm mad, I'm hurt, right? I'm angry, I'm lonely, I'm sad, frustrated, overwhelmed, right? Feeling like I'm getting fucked, and not in a good way, but in a spiritually fucking heavy, heartbroken fucking way. And that shit sucks. It sucks when you feel like that. I've been there, right? And that shit can happen every fucking day, man. Right? You can go through the full spectrum of emotions in one given day. In 1 hour, fuck, man. In a minute. You could go through the full spectrum of like happy, joyful, angry, sad, lonely, depressed, right? And it's all a state of mind. I mean, the more and more that I reach into who I am, right? Doing these chakra meditations, doing my affirmations, really just sitting there and examining my self-talk, journaling every day, right? Just spending time thinking, contemplating my own thoughts, right? Just observing my thoughts, right? What is my mind fucking thinking right now? Where is this shit coming from? Why when you think about love, boom, 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 these are the thoughts, right? Like just to sit there and like almost to just have curiosity for what the fuck's going on in your head, right? What the fuck is going on in our heads? Right? Because it's not until you get to that point where you're able to actually observe your thoughts, not control your thoughts, not stop your thoughts, not change your thoughts, but just observe them and be like, what the fuck am I thinking about? Why? Why am I thinking about this? And then when you're able to start actually writing that shit down because you want to change your thoughts because you can. And the problem is the thoughts you're having right now are thoughts you had yesterday and the day before and the week before and the month before and the year before that. And then do you see what I'm saying? And especially when they're negative shit. And that's why it's so important to start grabbing life by the fucking horns, right? Taking control of your life. I had someone reach out to me this morning at 4:30, like, good morning. And I'm like, good morning, man. It's like, how you doing? Like that type of conversation. I was just like, I'm doing good. Like I'm starting, at 4:30, like I think I woke up at about 3:40 this morning. And I just did my affirmation stuff. And by about 4:30, I was really sinking into just my intentions for today, my intentions for this upcoming week. It's like I kind of chronicled like moving out of my old place, right? The first move in 13 years. And it's like, I completed moving out of one place. And it's like anybody that's moved recently or ever understands that, okay, there's like kind of three phases maybe, right, to it. First, well, more than that. Yeah, first you have to pack up the old place. Then you have to load up and move. And then you have to what? Unload and then settle in the fucking new place. Well, I'm settled. I'm still trying to settle in, and I have a lot of work to do to get settled in, because part of my moving in and settling in is like remodeling a lot of shit. I'm actually going to be doing a whole brand new kitchen downstairs. I got brand new sink and dishwasher and cabinets coming in, And so there's a lot of work to do. It's not just turnkey ready and, oh, look, man, let me just unpack my stuff and just cozy on in. No, man, I still have a shit ton of work to settle in. So I caught myself this morning at like 6 a.m, man, cleaning fucking house. Like, cause I got boxes and I have stuff everywhere. And I really had to start kicking that into gear now that I've completed the first week of like being out of my other place and trying to settle into this place. It's like I can't rest. It's not like over. I still have work to do. So for me, success in moving means that I'm still having to actually go through stuff and let go of more things. I still have a lot more things to let go of. I was on a time crunch to get out of my old place, and now I'm in the new place, but now I have to settle in. And that's a whole nother process that I'm going through, motherfuckers. And it's going to take some time. It's going to take a little bit of patience, but it's going to take action, perseverance, to where this morning on a Sunday morning at 6, this motherfucker was like washing dishes, cleaning the kitchen, and like settling in, like getting stuff unpacked or repackaging stuff and moving things into their proper location of where they'll probably exist here in the new place. And, you know, I look at like this next week coming forward, like it's going to be a real breakthrough week to get even more stuff done, more stuff moved along and sold, and to start the construction on the kitchen and getting that shit set up. So it's like staying ahead of it and staying proactive, not sitting back and saying, oh man, I moved, I'm good to go. No. And then not tune my motherfucking horn, but let's toot the fucking horn, because you motherfuckers need to step up when it comes to doing shit like this. This is being an example. Yesterday I answered the call from a fucking friend in need, man, that needed some help building a fucking shed all day, and he put a call out there and asked if I could do it. And I'm like, yeah, man, I'll help you out. I'll give you a fucking hand, and that goes for anybody listening to this shit, man. You ever need someone? I always try and see myself as someone that's gonna be there for other people, right? I know that when shit's been rough, when shit's gotten really tough for me in the past, even recently, man, ain't nobody there for this motherfucker. I'm having to just fucking, just fucking pick myself up, right? Ball myself up, right? Let those emotions process, feel that fucking loneliness, feel that, the loss and the grief and the sadness and the brokenheartedness, and just, like, fuck, man, when you go through shit, right, and things get tough and the challenges get tough, man, it's like it takes a fucking real warrior in my book to ask for help, right? And I remember the first time I had to fucking finally ask for some help, right? It was kind of coming off of that right there, and realizing I had to switch some shit up, start getting some fucking therapy in, man, and figuring out my thoughts, figuring out my emotions, figuring out what the fuck has me so pissed off, angry, right? Having to process all the losses in my life, taking those on as personal failures when it was just the lessons, man. Fucking lessons is life. Life's full of hard fucking lessons. And most of us don't like to do the work. We definitely hate the homework, and we hate the tests that bring about the growth. And it's sad, man, because, if you look at it, right, 2.5 years ago, I go through a divorce after 21 years. And then I jumped into the fucking dating pool. That shit's been peed in and shit. It's nasty. And experienced some fucking heartbreak even through that, man. And it's like, it's crazy how the painful things in life, right, the challenging and the painful things in life really are the fucking are the bed of growth, man. It's really like that fucking raised bed for the garden, man, that has just the fertile fucking really good soil in it, that you want to plant your best fucking vegetables, and the shit that you really love the most is like in the best bed. Like that's that's fucking challenge, man. That's the hardships of life are in the dirt. It's in the dirt, and that's where the growth comes from, right? It comes out of heartbreak. It comes out of the pain and suffering and failures. There's something about fucking living on the edge, taking that big loss, right? In order to grow and to transform yourself. And that's why when you ask, hey, what does success look like? I mean, a lot of you motherfuckers just think about winning the title, fucking holding the championship trophy. And most of you motherfuckers ain't never done either of those, right? I have had very few opportunities where I've held the fucking championship trophy on a team or whatever, but I have chalked up a lot of wins in life on big stages. And so I know what that feeling is. I know what it is to compete, and I know what it is to come out a winner. I know what it is to come out a fucking loser in competition on high stages. And when you talk about success, not everybody sees it the same. Success could just be fucking making your bed today, man. If you don't make your fucking bed every morning, clean your fucking bedroom, keep your shit fucking organized, that's a win. That's being successful. Switching shit up. Cleaning out the fucking kitchen, man. I'm over there 6 o'clock in the morning saying, I got a lot of things that I'd like to do today, but I'm not going to feel good if I fucking don't handle, right, the kitchen, right? Who loves washing dishes and cups? And it's like the kitchen I have right now is not conducive for the kind of cooking, the meal prep I do, right? That's a big part of filling up my cup, which is my nutrition. My kitchen right now is not conducive for that. But I'm not going to allow that to be the excuses, right? For me to be like fucking messy as fuck. And, you know, because I don't like the sink and I don't like the fact there's no dishwasher and there's no cabinet space and XYZ, all these reasons. I have like real fucking reasons to complain. It's not good enough. It's adapting and overcoming. It's saying, you know what? I have to make the most of what the fuck I have, and what I have still needs to be kept nice, right? It sucks. It doesn't work for me, but I am going to adapt to it and use it to the best of its ability, appreciate it, be grateful for it until what I truly want manifests itself, which it is happening. And it's the same for you guys. If you want to have more success with your mindfulness, your fucking peace of mind, well, what the fuck are you going to do to be successful? What is your victory? What is your plan for winning? Right? When it comes to growing in your mind, in your thoughts, in your fucking meditation practice, right? Your affirmations, what are you going to do to improve that space? Right? If it's about getting after fitness, I'm seeing some people that have been getting after it recently, and it's like they're posting up their fitness goals and they're feeling better about themselves and they're posting up more shit. And it's like, they all know, everybody that goes through this journey, you got to earn it. You got to earn it, and you got to keep showing up. And when you take pictures like that, it kind of holds you accountable and you start to feel better by yourself. What does that success look like? Right? Is it like on a Sunday like today, getting your ass into a fucking gym that you've been driving by thinking about for fucking years? That you're like, you know, I'm going to pull in there today. I probably don't even have the money for the fucking membership, but let me just make it happen. Just go make this shit happen. Right? Go make something happen. Right? Go out on a fucking hike. Do something to show that you're worth it, that you're successful, right? In changing things up. These are the core principles of life. And it's like, here I was yesterday. I got a ton of shit to do for myself, but it's so important to me that I balance out my own priorities, which are always there, right? We could be selfish. The it's all on me mentality is not a selfish, self-centered, conceited, fucking egotistical attitude. I've gone through a fucking ego death like no other this last 4 months, man. It's crazy, right? It took a separation, isolation to just start letting that ego fucking die. And there's growth in that. But at the end of the day, my needs are always going to be there. The things that are priorities to me are always going to be there. And there's times when people put the call for help that it's like, you know, I need to balance that out. So yesterday I took, you know, which is a significant day for me, a Saturday, to go and help out someone else. right? To make a difference, man. All day, fucking got a cool little farmer's tan going right now. But it felt great. It felt great to help another fellow human, right, in the time of need. I wish circumstances would have been better, because I'd help this person out any day of the week for any circumstance, any reason. But it was significant yesterday to come to the help, to give a hand to another man that I love and respect, and expect nothing in return, man. Just knowing that, you put that shit out there, the more you give, the more you receive, the more you receive, the more you give, the more you give, the more you receive, the more you receive, the more you give. Positive fucking energy, positive vibes. And it takes doing new shit. And it's like, to me, that's the fucking gift of it all, is when you can get to a place where what you give comes from the abundance you have in you. And that's why this program is so focused on it's all on me. It's you connecting with you to discover what makes you feel fucking great, what makes you feel fucking horrible, creating boundaries, creating a new standard for yourself, right? And then really starting to identify the things that just make you fucking feel alive, make your heart sing, make your feet want to dance, right? And just be a kid, like have fun. Like, what makes you feel alive and having fun, right? Where time just becomes irrelevant, right? Where other people's opinions become irrelevant, where money becomes irrelevant, where fucking jobs or not having a job or where you live or what you drive becomes irrelevant, because the experience you have is something that is so fucking amazingly fun and joyful and playful that you get immersed in it. And it's like, once you find that, right, you got to keep going into that and going back to that. And hopefully that's not something that's toxic and negative and addictive in a bad way, right? Like substances, checking the fuck out is not the way to go, is not the way to find that. It truly should be something that's like fucking builds you up, right? Adds life to you, so that, again, that's the abundance. Because the more that you do the things that you love, right? If you do the things you love on a regular basis, right, that make you feel alive, you are going to then add so much energy to yourself, life-giving energy, that when you go and do the things that maybe you don't love as much, your attitude's going to be different. And you're going to have something to offer other people that may be suffering too, may not be feeling their best. And that is, it's seen and felt throughout this world, and it's needed so much for motherfuckers to break away from this zombie fucking mentality of consumerism and consumption and sitting in front of the fucking tube watching other motherfuckers work, right? Scrolling endlessly, looking for something to either critique or feel good about, or validation from other motherfuckers. And it's like, validation feels good. We all like that, man. Like, I posted some pictures the other day, man. There's a lot of validation in that. It feels fucking good. There's nothing wrong with that, right? When other people admire you and think good, positive thoughts towards you, there's nothing wrong with that. But where the balance and imbalance comes, when it comes to that shit, is when you truly don't feel good about yourself, that you need that. You absolutely need it. It's the only way you feel good about yourself. If it's the only way you feel good about yourself is when other motherfuckers compliment you, right? That's the issue. That's the negative issue here. Because if you don't feel good about yourself, if you can't look in the mirror and tell yourself you love you, I care about you, I'm proud of you, I admire you, meaning you're having this conversation, this dialogue deep down with who you are yourself, you need other people to tell you this shit. Because when you look in the mirror and you look inside, you don't like how you feel, you don't like how you look, you don't accept who you are and what you've been through. So you just need other people to be fucking surface level, shallow, and, provocative kind of photos to, like, stimulate other people's fucking interests and, attraction towards you. It's very shallow. It's shallow as fuck, but we do it right? We all need a little bit of that shit. There's no question about it. But if that's the only way you find your joy, your pleasure, your happiness, your fulfillment in life is what other fucking people's opinion is of you, you're going to be a miserable fucking person. And you got to learn how to go in and do this self-exploration, because this is the greatest journey of your life, the journey of today. What are you going to learn about yourself today that you can like be honest with yourself and say, I want to learn something new about myself, something I need to change? Don't you want to learn something that if you change this one thing, right, it'll start to change everything? Holy fuck. There is something that every single one of us could change today that would change everything. Because once you change one thing, you do change everything. Because it reformulates the chemistry of your life. And that's why it's like we want to make these big fucking changes, and it's like, no, stop. It doesn't take big changes. It takes little changes, gradual over time. A little change today equals a little change tomorrow. A little more change tomorrow with a little change from today then becomes more significant change over time. And it's like it adds up, it compounds little by little. But most of us, we're not fucking patient enough. We don't have a fucking perseverance and endurance to like put ourselves to the test and give ourselves a fucking challenge that takes more than a fucking waiting in a drive-through fucking line to get your coffee or your fucking snacks or your unhealthy shit food. That's like the only thing we got patience for. And even then, we ain't got no fucking patience. And then they make us pay for that shit. You know, fucking $5 for $6 for a cup of coffee, man. And you're willing to wait a half hour in line for that shit. Give me a fucking break, motherfuckers. How many of you guys are willing to wait 20 minutes, right, for coffee more than once a week? If you are, that's fucked. If you are not putting in effort and energy and time into some of this shit here to make a fucking difference in your life, to chalk up some real successes. You say you ain't got time for the gym, but you could sit in line a couple times a week for 20 fucking minutes. And even when you're doing that, look, plug in some affirmations. Don't just be jamming the fucking pop music and the bullshit, right? The stuff you're listening to can either be something that's just mindless zombie fucking things. And I like listening to tunes. I plug in tunes throughout my workouts from time to time. Sometimes when I'm just driving, I can't always be positive affirmation, always be motivational or in-depth thought or, you know, personal development, listening to books. There has to be balance and variety in everything, right? But some of you all, if you're not even including these other things into your time when you are in your car and you are sitting around idle, like that's the best time. When I go shopping, man, at the grocery store, I put my fucking earbuds in. I ain't trying to have conversation with other motherfuckers pulling shit off the shelves. I want to get in and get out, but I put in affirmations. I do my thing, positive fucking thoughts, going through the grocery store. Like there's opportunities everywhere you go to truly improve your mind, your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions. And it starts by really starting to get the awareness that the negative does exist, that the negative thoughts, that you are really negative about yourself. You are very negative about your situation or certain situations. You have to get to that realization, because once you have that realization as to how you look at a situation, what is the story about money, health, nutrition, fitness, life, success, losing, failure, relationships, right? Health, nutrition, all of these fucking situations that as adults you have to deal with, right? You have to deal with all of these things, whether you are willing to deal with them or not, you're dealing with them. Not dealing with situations is also dealing with them. It's in a negative way. It's in a weak fucking loser's mindset way. When it doesn't even take more effort. It just takes a better fucking attitude to change from a negative approach to a positive approach, to a growth mindset. stopping the resistance, wearing yourself out emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually speaking, and start to just fucking put your hands down and just let go and allow for fucking new thoughts, new ideas, and new ways of doing things to try and have a chance with you. You have to be willing to try new things in order to have new successes, to have a new reality. It takes opening up to something new, a new perspective. Go somewhere new today. Do something new that you haven't done. It's either a renewal of something that you really loved to do a long time ago, or do something completely new that you have said no to recently. Say yes to it today with a fucking good attitude. Meditate on it and have a good attitude. If it's something you've been saying no to, right? Something you're embarrassed of or scared of because you don't feel your fucking best. You're embarrassed of how you look, how you feel, whatever the fuck it is that's holding you back. There is always something deeper there. It's not, oh no, I don't have the money for it, or oh no, I don't feel like doing that, or oh no, I don't like it. There's always something deeper. Because if you felt your best and money wasn't an option, why would you say no to anything in life? That's an opportunity for you to experience something. Experiences, you guys, are the most valuable things that you can ever have in life. It's not how much money you have. It's not how the nice car you drive, the home, any of that. It's not your things. It's your experiences, because your experiences will always be with you and they shape who you are. And so by having new experiences with a new fucking positive attitude, not this little bitch attitude, right? Coming in there fucking nag bag, just making everyone else feel miserable, right? Go show up with a fucking positive attitude. Be willing to give yourself the safe space. I said this the other day. Give yourself the safe space to be a beginner at something new, to fuck it up, to learn, to ask new questions, to find people that are doing something that you want to do, and like using them as a mentor, as a motivation to say that, look, if they can do it, you can do it. Start having that fucking attitude. If someone else on this earth is doing something that you want to do, that means you can do it. But it's going to take something for you to get to that level, and don't expect it to be fucking instant. Give yourself the time to fuck up, but stay after it. Learn and grow. Be consistent, right? Be dedicated to your transformation, to your success. I fucking forgot this, right? Success comes with much failure. The road to success is paved in fucking failure after failure after failure. And you only fail if you give up. We don't give up here. We learn to rest. We don't fucking quit. But what you need to fucking quit is all them fucking excuses, motherfuckers. Now go out there and do something with your life today. Do something new. Because remember, results kill excuses. It's all on me.